Guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel, Cole from North Coast Constrictors. So what I thought I'd do today is something a little bit different. I'm going to show you a bunch of products that I use as a bull python breeder, as a snake breeder, part-time hobbyist, not full-time. I have a full-time job. I'm nowhere near earning a living and living off breeding bull pythons and retics. However, when you have a collection the size of mine, which is small to medium, by some standards, I have about, well, it depends on whose standards. I have about 300 snakes, ball pythons mostly, and I've got 6 retics, 2 doomerals, boas, and around about the 300 ball python mark, ranging from hatchlings that have had their first meal 4 days ago, right up to a 10-year-old hypo female there. So I'm going to go through. First of all, let's start off the video by showing off a couple of my beautiful snakes, and then I'll get into what if you're going to be breeding these snakes. This is the kind of some of the stuff here on this table is absolutely must have. There is other stuff on the table here that only once you know what you're doing and you're kind of established breeder, you've been to the vet a few times, you've been helped by the vet and guided, that you can administer and use this medication on your own for parasite flushing, wound disinfection, whatever. Let me get started. What I'd like to pull out for you is a very special female that I bought. It's a Desert Ghost. Is a very project that is very close to my heart. I'm focusing quite a lot on Desert Ghost combinations this year and next year, and the next year after. And I've got 2 beautiful males, and I've got a lot of 100% head females mixed with incomplete and dominant genes as well. But what I never had up until a couple of weeks ago was a visual female Desert Ghost, and my good friend Ant McKenzie from MacMorphs sold me this visual fire lesser Desert Ghost hatchling female. So it is the only visual female in my collection. She shed out a couple of days ago, I think 2 days ago, and she's looking superb. So let me pull her out and show her off. She is still obviously a hatchling. Now guys, this is one superb hatchling. This is a fire lesser Desert Ghost hatchling. Well, no, she's not a hatchling. She was born in, I think it was December or January, so she's 3 months old. And she is absolutely gorgeous, and I have got big plans for her. Okay, Ant McKenzie from MacMorphs, he's got an Instagram. Yes, I think he has got an Instagram page. Go and check him out. MacMorphs, MAKMORPHS. You'll see he's a next level breeder, way ahead of me in breeding, and he's become a close friend in the last year, and he's helped me a lot with my bull python breeding, and he was kind enough to sell me this female. This is not the only snake I bought from Ant. Okay, I have got a few others which I will show a little bit later on, but what I want to show you guys is what I've got on my table. Okay, if new bull python breeders, you want to breed snakes, hygiene, you need the following. Okay, first and foremost, a temp gun. Okay, your racks are going to have thermostats on them. You're going to set them. However, what you set your thermostat to and what you set is not exactly what is going to be what the hot spot is on that tub. You're going to try and get it as close as possible. The true temperature of what is inside your tub is not what the temperature gauge is telling you. It's what this tells you. Now this has got 2 settings, object and body. You obviously don't want it on body, you want it on object, because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking the temperature of the hot spot at the back. Now I have got an air-conditioned snake room. Here's the remote control for that. It is currently set on 26 degrees Celsius. However, the current temperature inside the room is 27 degrees Celsius. I've got another thermostat over there that picks up the temperature and it picks up the humidity, and the humidity is sitting at 48%, which is quite low. It normally sits at about 75%. But for example, let me give you an example of how you can temperatures will vary at. Okay, so right now the temperature here says 31.4 degrees. Okay, so I'm going to open up this tub and I'm going to check it out. 30.4. Okay, so 1 degree out. Not a big deal, they fluctuate. You can have a fluctuation. Okay, let's try this one here. This one here, it sets at 32.7 degrees. It's telling me currently that it's at 32.5. And let's just open up this tub here and we'll do a temperature check on the hotspot. 31.1. Okay, so you get the general idea. It's usually going to be a little bit cooler inside the tub than what your temperature gauge is telling you. Okay, and that's because the tub is sitting on a heating pad or heating wire, and that heat has to get through the tub, and there is a space between. So you usually have to set your temperatures a degree, half a degree, or a degree higher. Okay, this is how you tell your true temperature. If you want your hotspot to be 32, I like my hotspot to be between 30.5 and 31.5 degrees Celsius, maximum 32. That is my sweet spot. That's the way I like it. 30 is okay. When it stops dropping down to 29.5, then I'll start playing around with the thermostats. That usually happens when the seasons are changing and we're going from summer to winter, and the temperature outside is cooler, and then the ambient temperature, I'll start playing around in the room. I like my ambient temperature to stay around the 27 degree, 28 degree mark. That's how I like it. Don't go on what your thermostat says. Have one of these. Have two of these. I have a backup somewhere. Okay. That is the most important thing. Heat and temperature are your most important when breeding ball pythons, because they're so sensitive to heat. Okay. Right. The next thing that I have here, which what I use all the time, is my F10 hand gel. Boom. Okay. So while I'm dealing with my snakes, and especially hatchlings and new snakes, old snakes, especially the hatchlings, before I touch them, before I pick them up, and between each one, I disinfect with this F10, and it is great, okay, because it's safe for your snake, bottom line. All right. The next thing that you can see on my table here is F10 veterinary disinfectant. This is just the large version of this. I just decanted this, cheaper to buy it in a 1 liter bottle, okay. This is what I use to clean my tubs, okay. So I use a ratio of 2 mils or 3 mils, depending. 3 mils is the strongest you can go, 1 mil per liter. Okay, so either 1 mil, 2 mils, or 3 mils per liter, depending on how you want the concentration. So what I do is I take a bottle like this, which is about a 750 mil. I have got a 1 liter bottle, so let's say this is 1 liter. I'll fill this up with water, and then I'll take a syringe and pull out 2 or 3 mils of F10, squirt it inside, I shake it around. Time to clean the tubs, pull them out. I did a cleaning video the other day. That is how I clean my tubs. Providone iodine solution, skin antiseptic. Now let's say one of my snakes get injured. It's got a wound, it's getting infected, and I want to disinfect it and treat it. I will use a cotton wool earbud. I will use a bit of Provolone, and I will clean it up there. Let's say I need to administer an antibiotic. Let's say the snake is sick. Let's say the snake has got, sorry for going out of camera shot here. Okay, I'll always keep a bottle of Baytril, it's a broad spectrum antibiotic. Let's say your snake starts coming down with an RI infection. or whatever the case is, it's not well. And you give 0.1. I'm not telling you to do this, guys. I'm just telling you how I do it. Disclaimer, I'm not a vet, okay? 0.1 milliliter per 1 kg of what the snake weighs. So if the snake weighs 1 kg, we'll do 0.1 mils of this little insulin needle injected into the snake. When you do that every second day for however long. And I'll just wipe it down. Before I inject, I use a bit of this, okay, to clean the area. There's 2 products here which you can use for a reptile wound, okay? Now, you know, snakes can hurt themselves. They rub up on the tubs there. They can chafe their top lip in their mouth or whatever. You know, it just happens. This is really good. You know, it's a bit messy. It goes all over the place. It's not too bad. But this F10 ointment here, okay, if you can see it, F10. It looks just like a little Vaseline, okay. Take a bit out and I rub it on the snake. It actually works on humans as well. This is the shit when it comes to snake wounds. Mouth rot or anything like that, you can literally take one of these earbuds, scoop this out, open up your snake's mouth and blather it inside your snake's mouth, and it will not harm the snake. Okay. Also importantly, on a hot South African summer's day, Sprite, no sugar. I'm trying to be on a diet. I love my soft drinks. I especially love Coca-Cola. I was going to say Coke, but then some of you guys might have thought, hey, shit, the soak's got a problem. I love my Coca-Cola, but I'm trying to, like, no sugar, no carbs, whatever. You know, I haven't been in the gym for about a year. I'm totally out of shape, so I'm drinking non-sugar. And it's middle of summer here in South Africa. No, I'm not sponsored by Sprite. This is just me having a cool drink. It's about 35 degrees Celsius outside. I'm actually cool in my snake room. It's amazing. Right, you're probably asking yourself, what is this? Okay, this here is Panicure. This is Bacox. This is Flagyl. And this is Vitamin B Co. Now, these are all oral medications, antibiotics that you can give to your snake. Now, what I do, you get worms or bacterial gut infection, you can use these in a combination, in a syringe, insert a tube. I've done a video on it before, on feeding. Actually, I've done one on feeding. I think I did, I'm not sure if I did a video on flushing any of my snakes, but I have to go back and double check. But what I do every year now, starting this year, and I've got this information, you learn as you go, is each year, because snakes build up parasites in their stomach, in their gut. And just after breeding season, between seasons, after you've had your last clutch of eggs, this is the way I do it, and before I start pairing up, I take all my breeder males and all my breeder females and I flush them, okay? And I do a 0.5 ml per kg body weight of each of the following, okay? And I make a mixture, okay? So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 syringes, okay? And each syringe, and here's my scale over here, and I will take a tub. I've got no space on here. This is, and then I'll switch it on. So I'll take the weight of the tub, and I will say, let's just pull out one of my breeding females. Okay, let's see who's going to be breeding for me this year. This beautiful girl here. This is my fire leopard. She's just a fire leopard, but she's a 2021 baby. Look at her. She's grown like an absolute beast. I want to weigh her. I put her inside there. I weigh her. She is weighing 3,035 grams. She is ready to breed. Okay. She needs to be flushed yet. I haven't flushed her because she hasn't got an orange sticker on here. And what that does is it gets rid of any, now because she's 3 kgs, I will use 1.5 mils of each of these to flush it. It will kill the bacteria, it will flush the bacteria out. You're probably saying, vitamin B co doesn't do that. You're quite right, guys, vitamin B co doesn't do that. But what this vitamin B co does is it gives them an appetite. It makes them eat. You give this to a snake, you don't have a feeding problem. They start smashing food. It's a food stimulant. That is human consumption vitamin B complex for you South African viewers that are watching off the shelf at Dischem. Okay? This gets rid of any bacteria or parasites, worms that are inside your snake. Your snake is healthy, your snake is feeling great, and that gets them to eat. Boom, and you're on your way. Okay? KY jelly. When I'm busy flushing my snakes, administering any medication, or if I'm tube feeding, I take a bit of KY jelly, I put it on the table here, and then I use the tube. I just wipe the end of the tube on the KY jelly so it's lubricated, and then I'll insert it down the snake's throat. I have done videos on that before. So guys, that's pretty much what you need. If you need it, if you want to go to the vet and spend 500-600 rand a snake per time to go and times 300 snakes to flush out your own snakes and get rid of worms and whatever, that's up to you. I don't. I get this directly from the vet. The vet and I have a good relationship. I've been there many times. I've performed the procedure with them many times. I have, and I'm knowledgeable enough to perform this on my own without any problems. Okay, all right. This is what I use to weigh my snakes and to see if they are breeding ready. Now, what am I going to do this season? I'm in a bit of a dilemma because last year I paired up. I've got about 130 hatchlings, fantastic hatchlings. I also bought a lot of snakes to breed, and the snake market isn't that great at the moment. So 95% of my hatchlings are holdbacks. I've made some fantastic snakes. I mean, just have a look at this. Look at this girl that shed out today. Okay. This is an exantic pod. Yeah, she is the female. This beautiful female I produced this year, and I produced her from a 100% double-headed desert ghost male to 100% double-head desert ghost female, or from rather, and I made 2 of them. Okay, obviously they're holdbacks. Exantic pod is one of my projects. Here is the other one that I produced. This is the boy. This is the male. He's a stunner. Okay, straight exantic VPR line exantic pod. I've made a lot of other beautiful snakes this year, and I've also invested in a lot of beautiful snakes this year. One of the snakes which I invested also from Ant Mackenzie, very good friend of mine. As I say, you want to buy from a top reputable breeder. He's one of the guys in South Africa. I like pastel in exantic because it keeps the blacks and the greys black and grey. And this is one of my best purchases this year. And this is a pastel exantic VPR female. Okay, so this I didn't produce. I bought this, and but she's got pastel in her. Okay, so stunning snake on a Mackenzie. Oops. All right. So guys, I don't breed my males under 800 grams. In fact, I like my males to be 1,000 grams or more. And the reason why is because of the fact that the snakes go, or food. Okay, I'm already 20 minutes into this video. This is going to be a long one. This is educational though. Here's one of my star breeders this year. This is my yellow belly pod. He's a high white. Last year was his first season. He was an absolute stud for me. Every single female he went to was a successful pairing, and he is weighing now for me 1,110 grams. He is ready to rock and roll. I'm gonna maintain him at approximately 1,100 gram mark. I'm not gonna overfeed him, I'm not gonna underfeed him, but he's probably gonna drop 200 grams during the breeding season. He's gonna go off food. My other star breeder, possibly one of two of the star breeders for me this season, is this powerhouse Desert Ghost male. Okay, this is a pastel pinstripe spot nose Desert Ghost 100% head hypo. This year is his first year breeding, and he is weighing in at 1,005 grams. Okay, he is perfect to pair up. He is going to a whole bunch of multi-gene 100% het Desert Ghost females. When I say a whole bunch, 3 or 4. Okay, he is my star for the Desert Ghost season. All right, my clown star is this boy here. Where is he? This is my boy here. This is a fire blade clown. I've done a lot of videos on this guy. There's a bit of controversy surrounding this snake. The controversy being that we think, based on his last clutch stat, because he bred last year for the first time last season, that he has lace in him. It's been confirmed by top breeders that he has got lace in him based on the hatchlings and looking at him, the overseas breeders. There are some guys here in South Africa that are telling me they're not sure. It could be lace, it could be something else, it could be Trojan, it could be Mandarin. Okay, but I've got the hatchlings there. I'm not calling them lace yet, I'm calling them my Dinka project. But this boy, he's going to be a second year breeder. He's weighing 1,467 grams. He's going to stay at that weight. I'm going to only offer him once every 2 weeks food, and a small rat at that, because you don't want them too heavy. Okay, he is going to all visual clowns, multi-gene clowns this year. Okay, I've got to be very selective this year about what I breed, because I don't want to breed too many snakes. The market isn't that great at the moment. Last year I made a lot of het Desert Ghosts and stuff like that, and I think I'm going to have to scale back this year, because you know it's not a case of I mean I would breed them all again, and I'd stock up, because I've got a day job which pays the bills, and I can afford to look after these snakes. I've got my own rattery, which means I can feed my own snakes as well. I mean, sure, I've got to top up every now and then if I run short. But I don't see the market getting any better for 2 years. Now, the problem that I've got is not keeping the snakes and feeding them and looking after them. It's time consuming. The problem is time, and the problem is space. Where do I put them all? You know, if I just turn the camera around like this over there, I got 120 hatchlings just over there, and there's only about like 6 of them for sale, you know, and then I've got more hatchlings over there. So, and I've got some hatchlings that I put in here now, you know, so yeah, now if I had to breed, I paired up 40 females last year. I had 17 clutches, wasn't great. And I planned on pairing 20 females this year, and when I went through all my males and all my sires, I was on 45 females already, and those I'm talking about visual to visual, and I now have to make a very tough call, and I have to like not breed some of these snakes, because I either breed them and then I have to turn another room into a snake room. Okay, so let's have a look here. Here's one of my other star breeders. He's going to be breeding for, he's an adult proven breeder. He's breeding for me for the first time this year. This is an Orange Dream Clown, proven breeder male. Orange Dream Clown I bought from Mike Jones from Jones Boys. Let's see what he's weighing at the moment. which zero that. 1,157 grams. Perfect. If he goes off food, he is not going to have an issue at all. Now guys, as far as my females are concerned, I will not breed my females. I mean, I say 1,500 grams, but I don't even like to pair them up at 1,500 grams. The thing is that I will pair them up at 1,500 grams because the moment you pair them up, they start smashing food. But I like them to be around the 1,800 gram mark, okay? Last year, my prize project was my Desert Ghost, my Bamboo Pastel Desert Ghost project, and it didn't happen for me. I bought 2 yearling Desert Ghost females. I tried to get them up to size. I got them up to about 1,250, 1,300 grams. One got to 1,400. I paired her up. She locked it. Looked like she ovulated, but she reabsorbed her follicles. Okay. I used this single gene Desert Ghost male here. I'll also use him to make all my 100% hits. I basically pair him up with all my females that have got a combination like 3, 4, 5 gene dominance and incomplete dominant genes, and then I use him to make them all the hatchlings. As many of those genes as I can get at all 100% het Desert Ghost, because that is just always a good to have that in your arsenal and keep all your females back so that you've got a span of 100% het Desert Ghost females mixed with a lot of genes. You just pair them up to a visual Desert Ghost male. And my project for him last year was to breed him up to these 2 females here. This is a Pastel Bamboo 100% het Desert Ghost. She didn't reach size last year. But this year she will be breeding for the first time for me, and she's sitting at 1,718 grams. And I start pairing up in 2 months' time, so she'll hit the 1,819 mark easily. And we are looking at pastel, and she is not going with that single gene Desert Ghost. Oh no, she's going to the pastel spot nose pinstripe Desert Ghost 100% het hypo. There are going to be amazing snakes that come from that. And then over here we have her sister, identical, a little bit bigger. This is the one that actually went but reabsorbed her follicles. Also a Pastel Bamboo 100% het Desert Ghost. She is weighing in at 1,826 grams right now. She is ready to rock and roll. But I'll start pairing up this year. I'll start pairing up at the beginning of May. Okay. If she's up to size, but probably next year, this is one of the females that's going to pair. This is a spot nose hypo 100% het Desert Ghost. She is sitting at 953 grams. She will never be ready for this season. I'll never pair her up now. I won't pair her up. But by the time next season rolls around, she will be close on 200 grams. Here's another female 100% het Desert Ghost that is going to be paired next season. She looks like a bell, but you are wrong. She is an ivory 100% het Desert Ghost, 50% het hypo, possible het cryptic. Ivory, for those that don't know, is super yellow belly, and she is sitting in at 1,222 grams. She may hit 1,500 grams in the next 3 months. I may even, if she hits 1,500 grams in June, I'll pair May, June, July, August, and maybe into September. All I really need is 4 good visual lockups and I'm okay. If she does hit 1,500 grams, I'll pair her to that male desert, that pastel spot nose pinstripe. So guys, I think this has gone on long enough. I've one last snake to show you. Where is he? He's a boy for next year. Come on, man. I moved all my snake tubs around, so he is a leopard. is a leopard desert ghost. Sorry, I'll try and find him from here. This is a boy that I bought from Dwayne from Mutation Creation. He's an absolute winner of a snake. Where the hell? There he is. Leopard desert ghost. Still a juvenile. He's only born in this. I think he was born in December. Yeah, December 2022. Okay, that's him there. They only get better with age. I think he's gonna start shedding out. He's looking a little dull, but can you imagine what the amounts of females are, because he's still a hatchling. I mean, he's gonna have, but I mean, leopard and desert ghost, and mixed with yellow belly. Anyway, so this is, I've got 3 visual desert ghost males, single gene desert ghost male, pastel leopard desert ghost male, and then that pastel pinstripe spot nose desert ghost 100% head harpo. And then I've got a couple of other 100% head desert ghosts in the hatchings. I'm not going to pull them out now. This video's gone on for too long. Right, guys, that's it. Video has definitely gone on for too long. We're gonna end off here. If you like what you see, guys, please, always great to have new subscribers on our channel. It is growing slowly but surely. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. We greatly appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Cheers. See you on the next video. It's all about retics.